could text you about it.
Well, okay, so but just you can just start by like say uh, when and where you were born and a little about your childhood or whatever.
Okay. Yes. I was born in Dallas, and at 1941, I was born, and Mary was 1944. Yeah, yeah, 1941. I can't remember the street where they were living, but I might have to know it if I have some places.
I'm sorry, you said Dallas? You said
Dallas, yes. I was,
you happen to know the hospital or whatever?
uh, well, uh, I don't think I wouldn't know. I mean,
It's not that important.
yeah,
Just if you
yeah.
didn't.
And that actually, Dad was doing the steel business in Dallas when I was born. He was doing that before.
This is Austin Steel Company.
The Austin Steel, yes, one. That was the one, and he was one of the major ones. And
What office did he hold when you were born? Or because he worked himself all the way up to
it was
chairman of the
called
board, right?
Austin Brothers.
Yes, but um, he worked himself up to chairman of the board. But what would he have been in the 40s? Would he been like an engineer, just an engineer, or would he have a management position, or what
Well,
by then?
actually, yes, of course, he was an engineer, and he was the main person in the steel business in Houston when we moved to Houston. And
Yeah, so he was a civil engineer by degree.
civil engineer, you're absolutely right.
And he started off at Baylor and then finished up
Yeah.
at UT, or
I will find that photo of him way upside in the sky. He was up there like that the other day. I was looking for that photo, and he was just standing up like that. And what if he fell down? He'd be gone.
they didn't have fall protection. This is when like Austin Steel was building a bridge or a
Well,
like
yeah,
tower or
some
something.
different kinds of ones they did, uh, but yeah, he was good at his business. Yeah, he really was, and yeah.
All right, so you're born in Dallas. All right, so how many years did you spend in Dallas before, or what was your childhood?
Uh,
How long were y'all in Dallas?
oh gosh, how can I not remember? Well, I think I would be around 5 years, when they moved or something like that. And Mary was 3, you know.
Okay.
And we came here before for his business. Houston wanted to do the steel in Houston, okay? And we moved in the beginning in 1512 Vassars. And actually, recently, Don has found the house there. Now it has been redone, and I didn't even think it was because it didn't look like it anymore.
So what part of Houston is that?
Well,
Or can you give me a landmark it's by that I would know? Or
gosh, how would I? I went to post school, and I could,
because like the Meadow Lake, excuse me, the Meadow Lake house would be by the Galleria, right?
Yes.
Okay, but so Vassar is
5302 Meadow Lake Lane is close to Lamar High School, somewhat that way, kind of.
okay. So by high school, y'all had moved to that house
Yes.
that I would remember.
Well, I don't know why my mother was. I don't know what she said, but I wanted to stay to 1512 Vassar, and I wanted to go to high school, to another high school, and for some reason, the only reason that she wanted moved was so I could go to Lamar High School. What, I don't know.
All right, but well, tell me a little bit about your childhood before high school. I mean, what kinds of things did you do as a child, or what was your childhood like?
Stephen, I'm a tomboy, and I'm still a tomboy. I would get up on trees And I would talk to Teddy, I forget his last name. Yeah, and
That's just a childhood friend, or
oh yeah, he was right. It was one door next to the other, and bless his heart, he passed away so early. And I was thinking about him the other day, and he was only teenagers at that time. But I would go back to the garage, and I would do a fort for me, a tent or something. I would call it a fort. And did I tell you about Evelyn? Alan's daughter.
well, no. What about?
Evelyn did a fort.
Yeah. Well,
She was doing. Oh my gosh! One of my genes had come from her.
she's a very she's a
Yeah.
very
Yeah. I
active.
don't know why. I would say to myself, I think all the genes came from my father more than my mother. And my sister has the face of my mother. You know, it's similar for mother. But of course, Mary is exactly, I mean, she's very smart and everything. But yeah.
All right. Well, let's take a little break here and let's go down the bus stop.